Now, as we continue to talk about inflation, many of you are also thinking about your retirement plans. Colin Evans, a financial advisor with Evans Financial Group here in Shreveport, joins us in the KSLA studio to finish up a great 5-part series that we've had on ways that taxes can rise while you're in retirement. Now, today we're talking about the 5th part of that series, which is what happens when new taxes are enacted. Colin, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
And first, let's talk about Congress. I mean, they play a major role. What is Congress's impact on retirement assets?
Their role is just that. It's, they're able to change the rules of the game at any time, and that's always been a thing. It's like when they're getting together, is this going to impact us or is it not? And right now we've got some things that are potentially going to impact retirees, but also can include people that are just saving into retirement with some of Biden's Build Back Better.
Absolutely, and getting more into that, this is where the debate over President Biden's Build Back Better agenda plays a role. Tell us more about that.
And so what they're kind of looking at is, as they're building back better, they're initiating trillions of dollars of funds, and to offset that, they've got to do something on the taxable side. And where they're now looking is, retirees have in their investment or retirement accounts a window of time to take these funds out without any penalties after age 59 and a half. Up into age 72. So at age 72, Uncle Sam says it's time for you to start drawing money out because we need to tax it. That's where they kind of draw the line. Well, what they're looking at potentially is actually just putting caps on retirement accounts, saying if you hit certain levels, taxes are now due, and they're thinking of taking the age brackets away. So if they take the age brackets away, this could now start to affect people of all ages saving for retirement, not just retirees. So this could be a really, really big impact all the way across the boards.
Absolutely. And what age do people typically start preparing for retirement?
The most common one is the folks that are coming out of college and they're starting fresh into the career, and they're really going into what's the company retirement plan. That's really kind of the first dabbling into the savings for retirement, is like the 401k or something along those lines. It's kind of like the first taste of it for the new career people. But as we start getting older and we start realizing like, hey, this window is getting shorter and shorter as we get closer to it, it might be time to ramp up or step up to the plate and prep for it.
Absolutely. So thinking about this topic of taxes and what happens if new taxes are enacted, what should people be doing right now in order to prepare, if there's anything that they can do at all?
One of the key things again is being flexible and consistently just glancing over your goals, calling that financial professional and just double checking, say, hey, are we still on track? Maybe something big has changed in my life. Now, especially today, we just saw the rate hike again on the interest rate as our government's trying to offset inflation. That's going to affect people buying homes and new cars and things of that nature. We're seeing just a lot of impact all the way across the board. So it's not even just retirees. It's affecting us all.
Absolutely. And we are closing out this 5-part series. We've talked about a lot of topics underneath the umbrella of retirement. Just some final thoughts as far as that subject is concerned. I mean, why is it important for people to really consider retirement and take it seriously?
Well, as the age wave has moved, and we've kind of moved away and seen pensions are really no longer a big thing. It's like I've seen in our parents' generations that we even here in the Shreveport-Bossier, we had AT&T and GM and Libby Glass, and they were big industries that offered pensions. Well, you don't see for one those industries as much here because some of them closed, but the employers are taking that and putting the retirement onto the employee. So they're not responsible for it anymore. They're trying to shift that burden because the people in reality are living longer, and the employers can't go, well, heck, I don't know if Bob was going to live till 75, but now Bob's going to make it till 85 or 90, and can we afford that as a company? And so they're shifting that over into the to the employee. So us as individuals, it's really just trying to keep common sense and putting a good head on your shoulder. And if the timing is right, talk to a financial professional, because that's what they're there for.
Absolutely. Well, Colin, thank you so much for joining us again. And right now you can read all of today's top news and financial headlines inside of our KSLA News 12 app.